All right, what's up, guys? This is a quick video on three alts that I think look good. Just mind my pet in the background. I think Dia, Comp, and near BTC pairs. I know we're all nervous. I'm not sure if this is the dips of the pukes, but I'm just going to show some levels to be to keep aware of. So let's go to Comp first. I don't want to be here. I don't want to take too much time, guys. I'll do both USD and BTC pair. So this is Comp. This is a 3-day. It doesn't look great. Invalidation level will be below 58.32. I'm not sure if anyone's willing to take that trade. But right now, based at the USD pair, seems like it wants to go a little lower. I would just wait and monitor this to see how price reacts around the zone. Again, we don't know if these are the dips. So that's something that we have to be aware of. If anyone, I think entering now will be a little bit of a high risk, to be honest. So I would just wait a little longer for anyone. I'm just monitor again. This is to monitor and levels to monitor. I'm not saying take this trade right now. It's still maintaining a higher low from this point. Now for this trade, for me the invalidation level is obviously any close. It'll be any close below this wick here. So it'll be any close. It'll be any close below this level. That will be the invalidation level. Any close below that level. That's the invalidation level. So this could be. It had a nice impulse. Now we have a nice correction. The only problem is I'm not liking this this candle here. I would have wished it would have held that support there, but it hasn't held that support. So we can look at that level as being the level if you want to take a medium risk. Once the level gets claimed, you will go long, and we can even do it to there. So that would be the supply zone in a lower time frame, which someone could wait for that level to be claimed, and then someone could go long on that level. All right. But right now, weekly, I will have to wait. It looks okay, to be honest. Honestly, this was one of the worst looking ones. So again, that level claims that level, guys. Go long. If you're going down to the 12-hour, look at that. So deviation is skated around here. That's a critical level. Why that level has to be reclaimed. Someone wants to play demand and supply. Let's see how deep this goes down here. And you can catch it. If it falls here, you can catch it here with a stop loss below here. All right, that's the BTC pair. I hope that was clear. Just hit me up if it wasn't. This one here, that's the reason I think the BTC pair doesn't look too great. I know I was super bullish in this chart. I still am. To me, Comp is by the dips, in my opinion. We could have this and another sell-off. But to me, the clear level is 127. Okay? 127 gets claimed, just go long. The reason why I'm saying that is because on a high time frame, price bounced from here, became demand. At a later time it bounced and then just quickly fell through there. Because it fell so fast through there, there was really no demand there, which means at a later time it will become a hard supply. That's something I've noticed. Any zone where price has sliced through really quickly without any much resistance at a later time, in my opinion, based on what I've seen, it becomes a hard supply at a later time. Also, you have this little sellers won out. It got bought down. Sellers are winning now. This to me in a high time frame tells me just buy the dips. Now we go down to a low time frame. We have an impulse and we have a consolidation. Now the good thing would be is that if this is truly still good, it should be do this. Consolidate between these ranges. Okay, which is between 109 and 120, 109 and 116. Okay, if someone wants to take it, it will be a clear breakout of 116. You take it with a stop loss below, and you write it out. Someone wants to play conservative, you'll take it with a clean breakout of 127. Don't even look back. Okay, so we'll mark these levels out. So to me, a clear breakout. See, it's failing to hold this zone. To me, it's a clear breakout of, we're going to say, what did I say, 116? Yes, so it will be 116. So this zone here, to me, is a clear breakout on the long time frame. On the long, on the short time frame. Okay, that zone there is trying to hold support, but it's really I'm not sure how well that would do it, to be honest. So I'm not well how it would do it. Any close below 113 is going back to 105. There's a lot of demands in this area. Look at these wicks. There's a lot of demand. That's why price falls into here. It's going to get bought up in a low time frame. Again, in the high time frame, this is telling me buy the dips. Okay, this is saying buy the dips. And again, on the 3-day, this tells me that it's just going to range. Okay, it can just go here, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth before we do that. So this area here is becoming a supply too. So you got one supply, then another supply, but this is the hardest supply. So that's why I think it's going to be between 108 and 117, just ranging back and forth. But any close below 113, to me, tells me it's going to come down to 109 and possibly worst case scenario 105. Okay, I know I'm saying it's going to range here. So I could probably do something like this, get bought up, okay? So between 105 and, so between 105 and 117, we could have a range, but I'm not sure if it'll dip that low, but we got wicks there. I would say between 108, 109, and 116, a little range, but just keep your eyes open from 105. Invalidation level that this is going to go lower will have to be a clear breakdown of 113 to go straight down. That's the previous close, open, and this is the next support. Okay, but I'm not sure that's going to happen, but I will look for 109 first. That's the reason I think the BTC pair is not ready yet. So this is an impulse. Now we have a side correction. I've seen these before. I've seen these patterns before, and that pattern plays out on the 4 hour. It plays out on the high time frame, and usually it breaks up as long as it consolidates along these two bands. Okay, as long as it's consolidating between here. It can possibly dip here, but as long as it gets regained quickly, it breaks up. And I'll show you towards the, in fact, let me see if I can find that chart right now, where basically that played out. Or we could have this, because things are trending up, that's the reason. And let me go down to a 3-day. This is a bull flag. Someone noticed that? That wasn't me. Right here. See it here? So you see this range here? So this is basically what I'm talking about comp. All right? Just keep this in mind. This is what I'm talking about comp. Right there. All right? I'm still trying to buy the dips in this, guys. I sold. I'm going to see if it retraces, if it tests the top of this range again. So I did expect for this level to get bought down. A lot of trap sellers here. You have a puke, and then you want to have another expansion. So that was a bull flag. Someone noticed. I didn't notice it. Someone did. I noticed the consolidation on the lower time frame. All right. So sort of a bull flag, sort of a consolidation to me. To me, this is buy the dips. This is buy the dips. I don't care how you look at it. This is buy the dips. Now let's talk about the EMAs. The reason why I say this is the zone. Look at this. That's 100 EMA. I was a little biased. Again, this is a hard supply just because of pure price action right here. Okay, that's a hard supply just because of pure price action. I'm taking too long. I didn't want to take long in the video, and I'm going too long. This is a pure price action supply. This is the reason this is a hard supply. I already said why. You see that without the EMAs looks much clearer. This is consolidating here before it goes higher. And then now we talk about the EMAs by themselves. The 100 EMA has been a tough resistance along with the support. 100 EMA. 55 EMA right above. The 200 EMA. Man, once it breaks this zone, guys, it's off to the races. It's off to the races, not just that, but some people are looking at this as the weekly. It has to flip this weekly level. That's what people are looking at. People are looking at this weekly level. It flips this, I'm telling you, everyone is going to go long, guys. So just keep an eye there. The next one that I like, USD, I probably sold. Panic sold too early last night. I sold my near. It hit every single target. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play it correctly, but it hit every target possible. So it came from here. I posted on Discord. I didn't take it, so I'm not gonna say why you guys didn't take it. Which is basically someone was showing this on CT, and I noticed that I needed to flip this zone before it went higher. It achieved every possible target. This is by the dips. Now I panicked. I bought around here, 122 or somewhere around here. So I panic bought. I panic sold. So now I sold. Now it's retesting the 55 EMA. Let's see if it holds. But man, people are shitting this shit like crazy. And again, this is by the dips, guys. This to me was accumulating. They were accumulating this. Once it regained this level, my only concern was that it didn't take off right away. It usually takes off sideways, spring, regains the level, it is off to the races. Took a little long to play out. So basically, when I looked at it at a different way, it seemed like they were accumulating this. They were accumulating this for now. So this here, guys, is off to the races. Just try to buy the dips. Try to have your stop losses. Oh yeah, let's talk about the invalidation levels. So to me, it would be. Right now it's closing below 150. I would try to wait around, 133. If this is bullish, it's not going all the way down to 133. I would say 140. Say 140 to 143 would be the targets, the zone to target entries. Okay. So that would be the entry levels I would think you guys could target there. Okay. Now we turn the EMAs on. Let's try to use the EMAs. I'm trying to keep this simple now. Trying to use the EMAs. Really have no price history for the EMAs in high time frame, but it's just retesting the 10 EMA, and price fell right into that zone, guys. So to me, let's see if it consolidates along this band here. A clear breakout of 164. Go long. Plain and simple, 164. This setup is invalidated with a close below 132. All right, 55 EMA price is being held. They bumped off the 55 EMA. Let's see what BTC does. The 4 hour is sort of. It had a nice bounce, a bull flag here. Let's see if it pushes higher. But it seems like it wants to curl down and possibly retest the 127s. Okay. So I would just try to wait, again, like I said, 142 has been tested now. In the low time frame, I would say around 125 to 130. On the 3 day, it still looks good. It's just by the dips, guys, how far down it's going to retrace. The 2 day, it looks great. We have this impulse. Now, is this going to lead to a sell-off? Or you see how this failed to hold this zone? That's why this zone is critical. It's being bought up right now. It got bought up. This is a critical zone. It has to flip, as you see here. Okay, so this is a critical zone. It has to flip. It has to flip that zone. It's trying to. It's making an effort. All right, so that's a zone. It has to flip for this to say that it's going to go higher. It's trying to flip that zone. Okay, so let's see what happens. But to me, this is the level it has to hold. Impulse. It came back to retest this critical level, which was the bearish order block. If you go straight across, which is right here, this block led to a sell-off. It's trying to flip the zone. It tried repeatedly, sold off. Let's see if this time it holds, but this is the zone it has to close above, and you off to the races. Validation, again, it's a close below this level in high time frame. Low time frame, it seems like it'll dip to 125 and 133. I said 127, let's say 123, which is around the midpoint here. So that would be 125 and 123 will round down and up. But in the high time frame, it has to close above here, guys. It has to close above here. Closes above here, just go long. Or you can wait for a clear breakout of this level here, which is basically 162. Okay, I hope that was clear. If it wasn't, just hit me up. BTC. Let me say this. Again, this looks good, man. I'm trying to long this bitch in CoinDCX. I'm not able to, so I'm going to have to go probably to Binance, which is something I don't want to do. And this is beautiful, guys. I know this was a beautiful consolidation here. This is what the USD pair did not do. It went up. It looks very similar to what the USD pairs that are doing that is doing now. But instead, it pumped up. So if we invert this chart, we'll say invert, then we expect the USD pair to continue that. Okay, to continue that pump upward. So these sideways, it was sold off, but USD pair is actually bouncing up. Let's go back and look at a USD pair. Okay, sideways, it bounces up. You look at the 3-day, sideways, it bounces up. All right, let's not hope that it sells off. Looks similar. Let's not hope for a sell off. Let's hope it goes up. That's where I think it's gonna go. Now, again, let's go to the BTC pair. Okay, to me in the 3-day, it looks great, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like I say, I'm a little biased. This to me looks great. You know, this would be the demand level, support level, and an obvious flip along that level. A clear breakout of 829. Go long, guys, and this will be the next target. Will be there, 1105. Just ranging here. Let's see how the let's look how the RSI, all that stuff is looking. Look at this. This looks great, man. It looks great. Honestly, be patient. Buy the dips. The BTC pair to me is the most obvious one right now. That looks the most better one. Meaning it's more clear. It's more clear on what exactly is going on. So right now, again, it's just retesting. Look, low time frame. What did I say? A clear breakout of that level. It's trying to break. It's trying to close above that level. It's really making a valiant effort. That's the level that it needs to close above for this to be bullish. That'll be the level right there, guys. This is making a valiant effort. It's making a good effort to close above that level. So that's the level you got to look at. Okay, see if it's consolidated around here. You take it to the 55 EMA, which is roughly around the level I'm saying 1108, 1058. But that's the level, guys. If it gets pushed back down, it should come back down to this level here. It should come back down to this level. It could range right inside here for a couple of days before, so things can get sorted out with the dominance and all that sort of stuff. All right, let's make this the demand. No, that's ugly. Sort of better. Oh man, I have better colors for this. Oh, see. All right, we go with that one for now. So that's the demand level right there, guys. That right there is the demand level. We'll make this one a little darker to have a little more distinguished. Too dark. I'm sorry, man. I'm a little. I'm sorry. I'm a little. All right, that's good enough for me. All right, that's the support level. That's the demand level. Let's see if price closes below and then just consolidate along here. If not, a retest of this and it holds, you go long, but you gotta wait. Wait for a clear breakout of 865. If you take it now, you're kind of risking it. It's sort of a medium high risk trade if you take it now, because you will have to have a wide stop loss, and that stop loss has to be here, which I hate doing wide stop losses, and I don't think that that you should be doing the wide stop losses there. Okay, that's the next is dot. This is the last one. I think these are the ones that look good, and again, boom, it did what I thought we were planning out. We said this level, but then I said if it's bullish, it shouldn't come down here. It's trying to maintain this level here, which is the 508. Again, let's see if it consolidates along here before it moves higher. You want a clear conservative entry, a breakout of 6.2, you go long. And for me, it's a clear breakout of 5.7. I'm going to wait a little longer to see how price is consolidating along these levels here. Let me see if price consolidated along these levels. And we had a 55 EMA crossing on the daily. Some people do take entries on crossings. So that's one there. It's really not much price history other than strictly PA. And to me, this is buy the dips. I want to see if the low time frame consolidate around here. The new close, I would love for the new close to occur somewhere around here, and therefore you take your stop loss below there. So that's that. To me, it looks great, and I keep saying these are my targets. I could be wrong, and I could be wrong. Again, I know you guys know us last week before this was playing out. Okay, prior to the bullish candle to play out, I was saying that. Let me see if I can pause it. This to me, I just love this PA action. To me, this was super bullish. I was trying to buy the dips. It was very difficult because to me, I thought this was going to spring up, even though you still had the possibility of selling off. So this chart reminds me a lot like Ren right before it took off. I know I keep using that example, but this to me is a bullish PA. See, I think somewhere around here I got shaken out, it pumped up, then it sold off. Then the next candle started opening green. And again, this to me was bullish. I was trying to buy the dip here. So I did buy the dip. I did sell already because of last night, so I'm not gonna lie. But to me, the targets for this, I'm still aiming for these levels up here, to be honest. So those are my targets. I may be a little unrealistic, but those are still my targets there using some Phipps confluence. To me, dot is buy the dips. Again, and I just showed you guys invalidation is any level that breaks below 4.7 on a high time frame. It's an invalidation setup. Any level that breaks for 477 is invalidation level on a high time frame, guys. On a low time frame, I am still looking at these levels here, which is, well, not that high. I'm still looking at 510. Let me see. Yeah, so this is the zone that I'm looking at. So I'm looking in between this zone here. Okay, I want price. Ideally, I want price to do this. Okay, we may have this. Okay, don't be afraid, but anything close below 4.7 is invalidation, so it's okay if it goes down to 4.7. Okay, so we will draw. So now we will draw this as the support. All right. That's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. If it goes deep into this pocket, ideally I want it to stay above here. Flip this zone as it's felt to flip repeatedly. Alright? That's basically it, guys.